Yeah, I decided to move some of those plants from the basement out here. One of them, it started to look like it was starting to get dried up a little bit. Maybe I wasn't watering it enough, but I'm going to put it out here in a raised bed garden. It gets the shade from this male papaya tree that's doing really nothing but giving some shade to the garden. But it feels kind of neat here. I'm kind of underneath the shade over here right now. Anyway, it's Saturday. And it's going to be kind of a relaxing day. Not any really big projects today. When I walked out here, I heard Ness inside the living room, and she's doing her practicing of that one Emerson, Lake and Palmer song that I was telling you about. And I think maybe today's a great day. I need to do some practicing on as well. This past week has been so busy, we kind of put that on the back burner. So I think what we might do, we might look at her creative process, how she actually sits down and studies her bass tabs. And maybe I'll grab a guitar. And for what I've learned so far, I don't really know the whole song yet, but she is really strict about making sure when I do something wrong that I do a correction. If it were just up to me, I just like playing. It doesn't have to be exactly like the song, but she's so strict about things, and it's kind of good because she keeps me in line with some of the songs. Well, maybe we'll do that today. Maybe we'll do some of the "This is how we learn to play a song" kind of a day today. Well, let's go ahead and get today started. Anyway, so without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Hey Ness, hey, can you take a break? Can you take a break for a second? I kind of want to show the folks how we actually sit down and we kind of put our stuff together with our, your practice. If you kind of tell everybody what you're doing here.
Well, first I have to look for the bass tabs, and for this song, there's so many sources for tabs. In one of those sources I look for are YouTube and Songster. And for this song we are practicing, I found the source from YouTube, and this is really very convenient because it has the tabs already at the top. Yeah, and I'll know when I'm doing not right because I can see the guitarist or the bassist playing the notes for me. Yeah, and I go along with the music too.
So what Ness does here, she is actually doing a practice session on her own. We kind of do things independent to begin with. And then what we do, we kind of get together. I'll grab my guitar. I should be studying on my own, but she's the real study of the music. I kind of wag stuff, and she kind of gets angry sometimes at me when I wag. I like playing music. I'm not a real big study. I don't really pay attention to specific notes. If it sounds good and it feels good to me, then I'm having a good time. But Ness, she's a little bit more particular about learning. She takes it more seriously. And it's kind of good because a lot of times what it does for me, it makes me go back and I listen to the way I'm doing it, and I would listen to the way that the artist originally did it. And it helps me to learn the music a little bit more like the artist intended. But even, this is my philosophy too, and I don't want to use it as an excuse, but a lot of times if you listen to an artist, he'll play the same song over and over, and then as he goes through his career, it kind of gets boring sometimes doing it the exact same way all the time, and he ad-libs or he modifies it just a little bit, and I kind of like doing that myself. So eventually what will end up happening, Ness will go along with me on some of that. We'll have a little bit of fun, especially when we're playing live. And when you play live sometimes, it's really fun to just do an impromptu solo that you don't normally do, extend a solo, especially if everybody that's listening to you is having a good time. Well, anyway, she is doing that. She's going to practice on this a little bit, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, we haven't really rehearsed that much together. We haven't finished practicing together on a song, but what we'll do is we'll show you when she starts out the song or I start out the song and we start putting the two pieces together. You'll hear mistakes as we're going along, but the thing is practice makes perfect. So what we're going to do, we're going to show you our creative process, how we begin with a very rough, raw piece of material, and
how we correct each other.
Yeah. You probably won't see.
Especially how I correct him.
You probably won't see those crazy stares we have in each other's eyes when the other one makes a mistake, and that will probably be edited out too. No, even if we do that, if we make a mistake and we look at each other, we'll leave that in because that's the actual process is the way we do things together. So let's go ahead. You want to try right now? You want to try where we are to right now?
Okay.
So what we're going to do right now, and this isn't on an amp. This is all acoustic right now. Then later on, once we start perfecting it acoustically, we'll go down, we'll plug into the amps, and we'll see how it sounds on a more professional level. So what you're going to hear us putting together right now is it's just a rough practice trying to bring the guitar along with the bass line to see if we're out of sync. It might not be in the same timing, it might be a little bit slower, a little bit faster. But that's how you learn, and then you start perfecting. So this song, this is a song called From the Beginning by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It's a really cool song. And what I like about this song so much, one of the reasons why I wanted to bring it into our repertoire of songs that we plan on building is I like things that have solos, long solos, instrumentals, and this song, which you won't hear today because we haven't gotten to that point right now, and it really needs another guitar inside. You need pretty much two guitars, so that one guitar is playing rhythm while the other one does a solo. Or maybe you will, at a certain point, I have a loop machine. Maybe we'll use a loop machine that has the chords for the rhythm, and then the solo can overdub on the top of that. But we haven't gotten to that step yet. And what we'll do, as we start progressing through the song in other episodes, we'll show you how we're doing on it. Well, this is how we are trying to practice this song right here. So don't yell at me, okay? I know. Okay. Okay. So now you're looking at me, and I know I'm doing that. And it's supposed to be da 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 da.
Da na na na.
Like that, right?
Okay.
That one's
so that our bass would be, my bass would sync with your note.
Yeah, okay, let's try that again. So let's one more time. This is one of those unique kind of songs that has some different, especially for the bass. It's really challenging for the bass because it's not the same. It doesn't go perfect, exact every single time.
There's
verse,
a pattern, yeah.
Chorus, verse, chorus, or a bridge or a solo.
The pattern changes.
The verse and the chorus on this one, the bass actually goes into different areas sometimes. It's like it's standard for like 2 verses, and then the third one, just before the solo, it changes. Some of the chords or the notes change inside there. So she actually has more of a challenge for this song. perfect. All right, let's try it again. One more time.
100th time.
Okay? There's a little pause there. I got it. My bad. I was so happy. I was so happy being able to. I think what it is a pause. I wasn't doing the pause before.
I don't know what you do.
Yeah, so when I do the pause, da 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 comes in.
Da, da, da.
It comes in more naturally. Okay. Now I think let me try working it in consciously
Consciously.
or unconsciously, subconsciously.
First consciously,
Okay.
and then when it
And
becomes
natural,
a habit,
natural,
it will
okay,
become
okay.
natural.
Solo. That's where it goes solo.
Oh my God.
That's what you do the really neat way up on the neck on there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll allow you those mistakes because I made so many mistakes prior to getting to this point.
No, there's a part still.
No, there's 2 full verses, 2 choruses. Then going into the third one, it's a solo. It's a solo with the same verse and chorus. And then the last 2 is just between the 2. Yeah. But getting there.
All right, that's all.
Okay.
That's enough. I haven't
Well,
practiced the part.
that's enough for that point. We are over 50%, about 50% through the instrumental part, and the instrumental part of the song.
Okay.
Of course, it's vocals that you add on to it. And then the last half is all instrumental with no vocals, and it's where the solo. There's two different types of solos that go through.
Yeah.
There's one that does the regular verse that goes through, and then the final end is, all the way through the whole thing with a nice solo. That's my favorite part. And that's not even the right solo. I still have to learn their solo. That's a jamming solo, but it's fun. Okay, so that's where we are right now. We'll continue. So you work on the second half, and then I have to work on both part of the vocals and some of the solo part.
Okay.
We have to kind of figure out how we can integrate.
And also the vocals.
If the rhythm is strong enough, and we've done this before, if the rhythm is strong enough, you don't need, when the rhythm, I mean your bass guitar and the drum it's basically bongos. It's it's one bongo set. Then the solo can do like just what we did just now. If you do a very intimate setting, coffee house or something like that, a very simple drum kit with a bongo or a snare and a small kick bass, you could do that with it. You don't need that second guitar inside there.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. Good? Are we good? Okay, well, we're going to close out today's video. This was going to be just a short, like a lesson video of the creative process. Now, everybody doesn't do it the same. A lot of times when bands get together, they will come into their practice session, wherever they're practicing at, and they will all start from scratch, and they will just keep going over. They will fix problems back and forth, especially when you have a lot of things. But I think one of the best ways to do, one of the best strategies, especially in a band, is everybody has homework, right? We have homework, right? You had homework, you did homework, you studied a lot more than I did. And she does. She takes the music a lot more seriously as far as being detailed. Again, I just love playing music. I love having fun.
I think this is Filipino way.
Yeah, I think it is a Filipino way. Because if you listen to Filipino bands, especially Filipino bands that go overseas, they're perfect. We've been on cruises. How many cruises have we been on? And there's always a Filipino band on a cruise that we go on. And I will tell you right now, I've never heard them make a mistake. Not one mistake. And what surprises me a lot about Filipino musicians,
like the original.
They sound like the original. They sound just like, we were listening to Journey. And Journey has the singer for the Journey is now, that took the place, the place of the original singer is Filipino.
Pineda.
Yeah, and it's debatable who sounds better, the original or
But he sounds like.
I don't want to be I don't want to say it because it'll be like another discussion on that, who is the best in Journey.
It's not comparable, but
I like the new guy. Well, anyway, we're going to close today. Tomorrow is Sunday. Don't know what's up for Sunday. There's some other things I'm going to do around here this afternoon, but mainly today is a relaxing day. I did a little bit of garden work this morning. It's starting to get windy here now. Who knows if a different weather pattern is coming in. I might have to close these umbrellas here. I hope not, because I kind of want to sit out here and just relax. Well, anyway, again, it is the weekend. So if you enjoyed today's video, as short as it might have been, please give us a thumbs up. Please share. And if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream Heart in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed and you'll be notified the next time we upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed weekend. If you enjoy enjoyed today's episode and you would like to see more just like these, just click on one of the helpful links over to your right and you might be able to pick up on some good information on DIY projects, how to, or if you're interested in moving to the Philippines and building, you'll find answers there as well. Don't yell at me, okay? I know, okay. And